The last section of the workbook is really the time management, goal achievement part of the program. This is really where it all starts to come together. All the previous sections of learning, of gathering knowledge, of tracking, this is where it comes down to action and setting the goals you want for yourself and tracking are you on track and helping you manage your time effectively so that you can achieve them. So the first sheet is the year goals. So put the year 2011's this current year. So I would put year 2011 goals. And I know we looked at the year goals previously a little bit in the first one, but this one I want you to really think about it. At the end of the year, where do you want to be? What do you want to have accomplished? And make sure that they're realistic. Don't say I want to be 500 pounds of muscle by the end of the year because unless you're already 450 pounds of muscle, that might not be realistic. So use that goal setting form to really think about realistic goals. But write out some goals. What would make you happy, and don't overdo it. That's something I found myself doing so many times and not being able to achieve what I wanted because I would set sky's the limit. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do all this year, and then I'm like stressed out. I'm dropping the ball and things. I'm making every second of my day busy, and then I just can't keep it up. You get drained. You just can't keep going, and then you start slacking. So make sure that they're realistic, but they're balanced. Make sure you're having time to renew yourself. You're not just work, 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 work. You're taking time to exercise, to relax, to reduce your stress levels, to hang out with people that you like to hang out with. Whatever things that renew your energy. So set some year goals. Really write it out. Where do you want to be this year? And then next year is the check marks. As you accomplish it, check it off. Check it off. Check it off. Next is the month. Now I've given you 3 months in this. 3 months of this. For the next 3 months, you can track yourself. If you need more, you can print them off the website. Just get in touch with your enroller or one of us, and we can help you find where you can print it. But with this, you want to set goals for the month. You know where you want it to be at the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe the end of the year is in a month. Maybe it's not for a couple months. Maybe it's just January 1st and your fresh start. But think, where do you have to be by the end of this month to get to where you wanted to get by the end of the year? And just break it down. Like I said, don't overdo it because you're not going to do it if you overdo it. And then start checking them off. As you do it, yep, got it. So set some goals for the month. Motivating goals too. The thing I think that's cool when you look at it is the year goals are the motivators. The year goal, the multiple years out goals, what you really desire are what motivates you. You say, yes, earning $100,000 a month, I'm motivated by that. But if you're only making, if you're just starting and you're not making any money yet, you'll be like, oh, I'm not anywhere near it. See, that goal of $100,000 motivates the year goal, motivates the month goal. You see, if you know that if you keep working, you're going to make $100,000 a month, picking up the phone to call someone, now it's more motivating versus, oh, well, I don't feel like calling someone. It's not very motivating to call someone. So you got to have your long term, but your short term. Long term motivates, short term brings long term goals into existence. This part is the month of tracking sheet. What you do with this is you have some goals that aren't like checkoffs. You can't like, for instance, maybe some goals are, I want to be 130 pounds. I made it. Some goals would be I want to exercise 3 times a week. Now see that you can't check off because it's ongoing. It's a tracking goal. So for your tracking goals, you want to use this form. You want to put the goal in the goal section, and then you see that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are just the days. It's the first, second, third of the month. There's 31 tabs here. I've just made it duplicatable so it applies to every month. Now, if there's only 30 days in a month, don't worry about the last day. It doesn't exist. But, track how you're doing with each goal. And one useful tip would be to highlight the weekends. So say the second and the third are Saturday and Sunday. Highlight that so you see where each week ends. So you can see where if each week you exercise 3 times a week. It's just more visual. It's easier to see. So track it out. And each day, write down, if you exercise that day, check, I did it. If you didn't, you don't get a check. And by the end of the week, do you have 3 checks like you said you wanted? Maybe you have 5. That's great. Maybe you have 2. All right, you need a little improvement. Maybe you have none. All right, now I need a little more improvement. And don't beat yourself up. Use this as feedback. If you fail at achieving what you were trying to do, just use it as feedback that you have to change something. Okay? Don't beat yourself up, but try and get on track with this. And one thing that I found is, personally, like I've part of it, I would write such big goals and want to do so much and overwhelm myself. I could just not keep up with it. So I'd be dropping the ball here and there. And, maybe I'll go a couple days and not even look at this thing. Like you set it all out, you know exactly what your plan for the year is, and then you don't look at it for a couple days and you're way off track. So really try to look at it every day. And if you missed a couple days, there's not going to be any checks in there. So, okay, well, just move on to next week. Try and develop good habits. That's what this is about. Habits either make you or break you. Remember that habits make you or break you just as strong as your mindset, just as strong as your attitude. If you have bad habits, you will never reach your full potential. Life, if you discipline yourself, you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So, track your month out. Now, here's the first week. This is actually a week overview. And with this, you see the roles? See roles on the left side, this side, roles. Those are the roles. Remember we talked about current roles a little bit ago? What are the roles that you're playing this week? What are your current roles? Which ones are important to you? You write in the role. And then there's goals. For each role, you can have 2 goals. Now, maybe some you may have like 3 or 4. You can always adjust it a little bit. But try to not overdo it. Another thing I was doing, I literally have like 10 roles. So I got a lot going on in my life. But I would try and have 2 goals for each one, and then it stressed me out. So keep it simple. Maybe start with 1 goal for each role. But make sure you're not leaving 1 role out. Because if you leave 1 role out, now you're slacking. You're not balanced in life. You're not going to achieve everything you want. Start writing, 1 goal. And once you have the goals, this week, so I know where I want to go this month. This week, what do I have to do this week so I'm on track for achieving that? Once you have all the goals written out, you're good. Great. Now you got that. Now it's time to apply it to here. At the top, now this part is really, you look at the whole week. Now this is where you start filling in these goals. And it says quadrant 2 task, and I haven't really talked about that in this particular training yet. Basically, it's the 7 habits of highly effective people. It's time management terms, so don't worry about what's a Q2 task. Don't worry about that. These are tasks that you are so important for you achieving what you want, but aren't urgent, so you don't have to do it today. So we put it off. And I just attended a yoga class it was Wednesday, so 2 days ago. I went to my first yoga class and loved it. And I've been wanting to go for a yoga class for about a year and a half. Quadrant 2, I want it. It's important for what I want in my life, but I put it off. It wasn't urgent. I didn't have to go. So it just took me so long. But I finally went, and I loved it, and now I'm starting to go. So at the top, kind of lay out what are those activities from here. Transport this to up here. What am I trying to get done in each day so that throughout the week I achieve all the goals. And then schedule your time here. You see, it's from 7 a.m. in the morning till 9 p.m. And if you have goals, if you have things you want to do at like 10 o'clock, you can fill that into below or something. But plan out each day, every day of the week. How are you gonna make sure that you hit each role? If you want to exercise 3 times in this week, pick 3 days that you're gonna exercise in. Schedule it out. Write it in here. First, whatever is definite I have to do that week, I fill those in for the whole week. I'm like, oh, well, I have to, back when I was in school, I was like, I have to go to class from here to here. So I put it in there. I wanted, plus I didn't have to, but I wanted to go because I wanted to do good. So you fill it in, and then start to plug in when you have the free time. When am I going to do the things really important that aren't urgent right now? Start to balance it, and as you do it, just make then right here is completed. As you complete each one, check it off. Did I do all my goals this week? And you'll be amazed. Me and my sister were just doing this, and she set out her week, and the week comes. How'd you do, Jen? I only did 1 of them. She just dropped the ball on like 9 of them, and that's common. You probably will your first time. You probably will for a little bit maybe. We just get so distracted with life. This is about taking a step back from life. All the demands, all the shoulds in your life, all the people who say you got to do this, and thinking about what do I want to fulfill my purpose. You plan it out. You plan out your business. When do you want to work? When are you going to talk to people? All right, today I'm going to call a person and schedule an appointment, and then you leave the room open, and then, okay, well, I can meet with you then. Okay, there, you meet then. So plan it out. Use this for Sportron success, but more importantly, use this for life success. Even if you're not, even if you decide that you don't want to do the business, you just want to use the products, I don't care. I threw this in here because this is also about self-improvement. This isn't just about, you know, Sportron or making money. This is about you reaching your full potential. This is about you learning how to be effective, how to set goals, achieve them, realize yourself, realize who you are, what you want in your life, get what you want out of your life. Because that is when you will achieve happiness. When you're living life on purpose versus living life of doubt, of what everyone tells you you should be or should do or are or need to be. You step back and you say, I can do the things I want. So do that. And then there's 12 weeks here. And I just had it, so there's 4 weeks in each month, because I don't know, it depends. Some months will be 5 weeks, but just like balance it. And there's 3 months worth of this. So for 3 months, just each month, set your month, then set each week. Don't even focus on the whole month. You can, like, if you know that something's coming up in the future, like, write it down on a future week or something, but focus on your week. If you focus on your week, you can be truly effective. If you focus on your month, it's so hard to tell, oh, well, in 3 weeks from now, I want to do this on this day. That's kind of hard. But within a week, that's an easy time frame to control, to know what you want to get done. And it's the most effective way to manage your time. It's better than managing daily. If you manage your time daily, you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing this. You're not balancing yourself. It's a to-do list. Check, 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 I did that. Oh, but I forgot that I had kids. Or, oh, I forgot I had friends. Live your life with balance. Fix your wheel of health. Figure out your passions. Be the best, the happiest, most fulfilled person that you can possibly